Hi guys, this is your girl Tolani Onobajo. Today is it's like the how many days now? I promised you guys that I'll be giving us an update every day, but I think the meds given to me have been taking its toll on me, so I've not been able to bring myself to doing this video every day. But what I made sure to do was to note how I've been feeling every day. So basically today I'm just going to run through the past 8 days. 8 days after the embryo transfer. We did the embryo transfer on the 26th of April 2021, and today is 5th of May. I've not done another video since that time. I'm so sorry. I thought it was going to be easy, but wow, it's not. Even as I'm talking to you, I'm a bit out of breath, but I'll just try to quickly run through how I've been feeling the past couple of days. All right, so if this is your first time of joining this channel, please hit the like button. You can share with friends and family, people who would love to be a part of my journey, understand, share with people that you think this would be a blessing to them. Also subscribe to my channel so that each time there's a new video you can be notified on your phone. All right, so let me quickly run through the past couple of days. It's been roller coaster, I tell you. And you know that I've not stepped out since that day. I think I've not even stepped onto the balcony. Funny enough, it's been driving me crazy. I've been part of, I've been used to walking around, doing all sorts, but I just have to manage to stay in one place. So all I've been doing is following up on social media. I don't even have strength to read. Not because I don't want to read, but my mind is not coordinated. Once I carry something to read now, my mind will just go back to what's up. And I'll just put the book aside. I try to occupy myself with other things. People just say try not to, but is it easy not to put your mind on it? I try to distract myself, but I think I will score myself like 50 over 100. Yes, 50 over 100. All right, so day one after the embryo transfer, nothing much. I felt slight cramps on my left side and right side. I think probably it's due to the transfer and of course the progesterone injection I was giving. So there were cramps, on both sides of my tummy, but nothing to worry about. I started taking my medication. I have about 3 pills I take a day. So I've been very focused on taking them. All right, so basically that was the day of the transfer. Day one after the embryo transfer, how I felt. The cramps continued. I was still feeling cramps. Both don't happen at the same time. If I feel the cramps on my left side, probably in the morning, in the evening, and then it shifts to the left. So it's been alternating like that. I continued with my medication, nothing dramatic, nothing, but I just said, let me tell you how I felt. I felt bloated as well, probably due to the drugs I've been taking, so I think it's expected because I googled, and of course some people felt that way as well, so I don't think it's anything to worry about. All right, so There was, like I said, the bloating. It made me a bit uncomfortable, but nothing much. I was still able to be my normal self. Yeah, I was able to be my normal self. So day 2 after the embryo transfer, the cramps reduced somewhat. It wasn't like the other 2 days. The cramps reduced, you know, but what I observed was I've been having this dream. I've been dreaming, and each of those dreams, I've been dreaming that I've been eating. And you know, in our part of the world, when you dream about having, you know, eating in your dream is like a bad sign. So when I wake up and then I feel just, you know, worried, so I'll start praying. I started praying. Of course, I've been praying, but I started praying directly concerning those dreams that I'm not going to eat any poison in my sleep, you know. So the bloating continued. I still felt bloated. Yeah, I still felt bloated, you know, but the cramping reduced. It really reduced. Okay, so yeah, that was day 3. The cramping really reduced. Yeah, and guess what? I started Googling, because, you know, I was feeling like I was coming back to my normal self. Like, are you sure this thing has worked? You know, so I started Googling. I started surfing the net, looking for other people's experience, you know, checking for symptoms, day by day symptoms after the embryo transfer, you know. So I was Googling. I didn't want to Google, but my mind wouldn't just stop. You know, so I was doing quite a lot of that on day 3. All right. Yeah. So day 4, I didn't feel any cramps, no cramps. The bloating also reduced, as in there was like no symptom. It was like I was very okay. I was like my normal self. So I was really worried that where have all the symptoms disappeared to? I was very worried, you know. So I started Googling again. I was Googling. But around the evening, my legs felt kind of jelly-like, you know, quite weak, as if my legs couldn't, you know, carry me. Yeah. So I initially thought that probably was because I wasn't doing enough exercise. You know, I've been used to walking because my kind of business requires that I do a lot of walking. I work a lot, you know, but for the past few days now I've not been doing that, so I've not really been exercising my legs. So it felt weak, jelly-like. I was really worried. But aside that, there was no symptoms, no cramps, no bloating, no nothing, no sore boobs, you know. So I just prayed. Then that dream also continued again. I dreamt again that, you know, very vivid. The dreams were so real, and I would remember, you know, most of it once I wake up the following day. So that's that about day 4. Yeah, after the embryo transfer. So day 5 after the embryo transfer, day 5 was the 1st of May 2021. I felt very slight cramps on my lower abdomen, very slight. Yeah, and the bloating had reduced as well. So day 5 was uneventful actually. Yeah. So day 6 after my embryo transfer, I had a slight headache. I don't know what caused it. Probably I've started Googling, and I was seriously hoping that this 2 weeks wait should just pass by so fast. And because the boredom had started to set in, I was just there. I tried to occupy myself with stuff, but it was just dull. It was dull. I had very slight cramps, very slight. It was nothing to worry about. Like you know, was almost unnoticeable. If you're the type that, you know, you don't really pay attention to those, you won't even notice it. But because I've been so in tune with my body, like every slight thing I noticed, so that's why I was even able to detect that. No breast heaviness. Yeah. Today, on the day 6 after the embryo transfer, I was quite emotional. I don't know why. I shed a few tears. I was just emotional, really. I can't even say what caused it. And I felt very slight nausea, very, very slight one. You know, it left almost the moment it came. It was almost unnoticeable, but I noticed it. I don't know why. It happened like that. Okay, so day 7, the tightness, the bloating had drastically reduced. I still dreamt. I also had that slight headache again, you know. So that was day 7 after the embryo transfer. Day 8, I felt really down. I felt really, really down and sad. I don't know what caused it, but I don't know. Somehow I was like, is this thing going to work? I had very terrible feeling. So I had to just encourage myself. I prayed. I sang songs just to, you know, encourage and improve my mood. So I sang. I had slight backache, very, very slight one, but it was there because I wasn't feeling that way before, but it was just slight backache. I really, really wanted to test. I know it was too early to do the home testing, and because I've been taking progesterone and HCG injection, I knew that there was a probability of having a false positive or a false negative result. But sincerely, I wanted to test. I asked them to get me a test kit, you know. I asked them to get me a test kit, but we were unable to get it, so, you know, but I said I was going to get the test so that I could test and to even see if anything is happening, you know, because I was just tired of the waiting. Day 8 seemed like a long time, and I've not left the house, you know, bored, and all sorts of moods, all sorts of things were just going through my mind, you know. So what else happened? I googled all day. I googled, and it's like like this. I'm online googling, checking, you know. I'll google, type different sort of questions, you know, just to find out if I'm good, you know. So I did quite a lot of that. Yeah, and I had a dream on day 8, but I couldn't remember it very well. Funny enough, I couldn't remember it very well. Unlike the previous dreams, I would remember everything, but this one I couldn't remember all that happened. So I prayed a couple of times. I sang praises, you know. There was no bloating, like I said. There was no symptoms. I wasn't feeling any symptoms anymore. But, you know, during the evening time, I was having this slight stomach ache. I had it all through the night of day 8 after the embryo transfer. I had that stomach ache as if once period was coming. So I was so fearful. I was just doing bold face, you know, and all that. But I was hopeful. Each time that fear wants to kick in, I'll just be, you know, I'll just try to wave it off and be hopeful that something good is happening to me already. I try to confess positively that I'm pregnant, you know. So that was it on day 8. Day 9, I took my meds as usual. I also took my injection. No. day 8 I took my injection, I took my medicine and all that, and I really wanted to test. So I said I can't wait for, you know, tomorrow. That is day 9, which is today that I'm doing this video. But I can't wait to do the test, you know. So that has been the journey for the past 8 days in this video. Today is day 9. I'm going to be doing another video just shortly after this one, you know, because I tested, and I would like to share what I found out, even though I know that it's too early to test, but I did anyway because my curiosity got the best out of me. I couldn't wait anymore. I just had to test. So click the like button if this video has been encouraging, if you found it interesting, if it has helped you some way, or you know somebody who's also passing through this kind of journey. Subscribe, share with them, and follow me as I pass through this journey, and we'll see how it goes. Right now I don't even know, you know. All I know is that I'm hopeful that everything is going to work out fine. You know, this fertility journey is an isolated journey, but trust me, you're not alone in this. A lot of people are also passing through this, and we're rooting for you. You will carry your babies by God's grace. So see you shortly in the next video that I'm about to do now.